out there? It's T-Downs, Fast Lane Lifestyles, coming at you with a requested video. But before I start, don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and watch the video in its entirety. Do me a favor, help my channel, please. This video, somebody requested, they want to know how to start a fast. So I'm going to give you basically my opinion on how to start a fast. First of all, let's go over the different types of fast. Number one, we have intermittent fasting, which is basically the introductory. A lot of people go with the 16 and 8. It's 16 hours fasting, 8-hour window eating. With intermittent fasting, it's exactly what it is, okay? For the best results, in my opinion, I say you leave it to 2 meals. 2 nice sized meals with no snacking in between, and spread those meals apart. You can do it any kind of way you want to, as far as I really suggest that you push the first meal as further into the day as you can. Okay, that's what I suggest. You just wake up in the morning, you see how long you can go. Okay, you break it, document that. Maybe wait a few hours, have your second meal, and then cut it off. That's what I suggest. When you eat, I wouldn't focus too much on the calories or being too strict. Okay, I would just try to eat healthy whole foods, and I would keep it to 2 meals without snacking, and I wouldn't focus too much on the calories. I would focus just on eating 2 meals until I'm satisfied, okay? Not stuffed, satisfied. And I would end it at that. Drink plenty of water with those. Schedule, you can do it however you want to, as long as basically you're fasted most of the time. Like I said, you don't want to worry about the 16 and 8, but that's a pretty good thing. If you want to close the window a little bit, and maybe, you do 17-7, something even closer than that, 24, whatever, however you want to do it, you can do it. And if you're one of those type of people that can't go without breakfast in the morning, you just gotta eat as soon as you wake up. You just gotta eat. Even though you probably just ate last night, you just gotta eat. Anyway, but I know how it is. So if you want to, you can change that, and you can eat in the morning, wait a few hours, eat your second meal, and then fast for the second half of the day. Maybe cut it off about 5 o'clock. Fast for the second half of the day, and you'll still get the same amount of fasted hours in. Okay, and then next you have OMAD, which basically stands for 1 meal a day. Basically, the hours in this is you're going anywhere from 20 to 24 hours fasted every day, 23 hours fasted every day. On this one, basically you're just eating maybe just 1 big meal. You're getting all your calories in on that meal. So you do want to eat a rather large meal. I suggest, if you don't have a big appetite and you don't think you're going to be able to eat your required amount of calories, or you're not going to be able to eat enough during this fast, I suggest that you don't do it. Stick with the intermittent, because during the fast and during everything, it's most important that you get enough calories during your feeding window so that your body can do what it needs to do. Drink plenty of water. Yeah, large meal, and I'm going to say, you can give yourself a little treat or whatever. Or, it doesn't have to be a big slice of cake or anything like that. But, with a 1 meal a day, you have room for some extra calories because you're fitting it all in 1 meal. So make sure you get the calories in. On this one, drink plenty of water as well. After that, we have what I'm going to probably start on. I think I'm going to do this for probably the next couple of months minimum, I think, which is called alternate day fasting, which is exactly how it sounds. You eat one day, you fast the next. You eat one day, you fast the next. They say that's a sweet spot in weight loss as well. I think the 72s are actually better for weight loss, but I'm gonna try this one out because I've never actually did a alternate day fasting and actually like kind of my macros and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be doing that on the next one. But you're gonna be fasting anywhere from 36 to 48 hours, you know, every other day. On this one, you treat it kind of like the OMAD. You're probably gonna be eating maybe 2 meals or 1 huge meal. Same rules as OMAD, but drink plenty of water. Make sure you always do that. Then we have prolonged fasting, which is basically, I think prolonged fasting for me is basically anything over 24 hours. Okay, whether you're doing a 48, a 72, those, you just want to make sure that you start and end the fast correctly. So you want to, ending the fast is the most important, breaking it. So when you break it, I would start off with some healthy fats. You got your avocados, your pecan, almonds, peanut butter, oils, anything high in healthy fats, because that's what's going to satisfy you quickly and you'll be less likely to binge. So let's start off with some healthy fats. It digests great and satisfies you quickly, so you know, less room for error. You can also start off with some beef broth or some chicken broth, or maybe just some chicken soup or something like that. Maybe some raw veggies. Anything like that will help as well. Then after a couple of hours, you can go ahead and start with something heavy. Reward yourself for the fast. Okay, so now that I went over the different types of fast, it's time for you to actually make your goal. Don't concentrate on the weight loss. You concentrate on the fast you decided to do and executing it. That's what you worry about. Don't worry about the weight that you're losing. Don't worry about calories. Just worry about starting and finishing the fast correctly. So after you know what type of fast you're going to do, you want to write it down. Okay? I suggest on a calendar, and you want to write all the details of the fast down, as far as periods fasted, periods eating, if you're intermittent fasting. Or if you're doing a prolonged fast, you want to put January 21st, start fast. January 23rd, end fast. Okay? You want to be specific on what you're going to do, because you want to be able to hold yourself accountable. Put the calendar, of course, somewhere where you see it every day. Next thing, you want to prepare mentally for a fast. Be ready for periods of hunger. Okay? This is a fast, of course. All right? We know that. You're not going to be eating. Of course. We know that. All right? So there's going to be periods of time in this fast where you're going to get some creaks, some groans, maybe even a little lightweight dizziness. Okay? You're going to get all of that. All right? Be ready for it. All right? Drink some water. Keep it moving. That's only your body saying, hey, usually we eat with, man, you done put some sugar in me by now. You know, what's going on? You know what? I quit. That's all your body's saying right now. You know what? I ain't gonna give you what I usually give you, and until you give us a Pop-Tart at least. You know, that's all it's saying. And you know, it's your job to be like, man, shut up, man. All right, we ain't eating right now, okay? And then your body will say, all right, shit. Okay? Second, be mentally ready to separate yourself from others, okay? There's going to be people around you, all right? You know, this whole society is based on food, okay? People are going to be eating, all right? If you're going to work, there's going to be people. I know you have people that usually you go to lunch with every day, all right? You might have to tell them, take their ass on, okay? You go to your car or skip your break or do something more productive. Go on a walk or something like that. Drink some water, all right? But be prepared to separate yourself from the others. You will be rewarded in the end. I promise you that. Another way to get mentally prepared is be ready for the hate and the ridicule, okay? When people find out what you're doing, or if you tell them what you're doing, all of a sudden, everybody's going to turn into a nutritionist, okay? Everybody's going to be telling you it's bad for you, or I heard that wasn't good for you, or I seen on the doctors the other day that it was not healthy. Look, you did the research. You're not gonna die. You're gonna keep it moving, okay? Stay focused. Remember, when they're telling you stuff like this, it's only them projecting their fear onto you. I told you earlier in another video, people are emotionally invested in food nowadays. The thought of not having food scares the shit out of them. So they're going to try to project that fear onto you. You stay strong, you keep it moving, and once again, I promise, you'll be glad you did. Third, well, I don't know if it's third. What is it? Fourth. Maybe the fourth. I'm going to stop counting. Ask someone close to you to at least start a fast with you, okay? They don't have to tell you when they've quit, but somebody close to you, a sibling or a spouse or a significant other, ask them to start the fast with you. They don't necessarily have to finish it with you, but sometimes you just want to know that you're going in it with somebody that can make you a little stronger. So find somebody, ask them, hey, I'm starting a fast. Do you want to start it with me? It really means a lot if you at least started it with me. Chances are they'll be like, yeah, they might cheat on you, but so what? You have an ally for the time being. You keep it moving, though. That's the most important thing. You keep it moving. Next, you don't want to just jump into a fast off a standard American diet, okay? You want to start off with one. My favorite way is, I think you should go at least 36, I don't know, maybe 4 days of a keto style diet, okay? Keto style, keeping the carbs low will lower your insulin level, so it doesn't seem like much of a crash when you just stop eating. That crash can make you feel like crap right there in the middle of your fast, and I've seen a lot of people, basically that's when they give up. They get to that certain point where their blood sugar gets low, they start getting those little creaks, those little moans, and they start feeling real empty, and then they just quit. So I would suggest low carb, keep those insulin levels low, then ease into the fast. Another way to ease into the fast is go to a liquid only diet right before that. Maybe juice. I would stay off the sugary juices though. Stay off the stuff. Don't go to the little fancy juice place and tell them to be putting pineapples and apples and stuff all in your fruit. That's gonna jack your insulin level up as well. If you're gonna juice, I'm talking about straight vegetable type stuff. You know what I mean? Or if you don't like the vegetable juices, do broths. Chicken broth, bone broth, beef broth. I get this stuff at the Chinese restaurant called miso soup. That stuff is pretty good. Or last option, okay? I don't suggest this unless you're either strong-willed or a vet, okay? That is, enter a fast cold turkey, okay? Like I said, your insulin levels will be high if you're coming off a standard American diet. The last thing you really want to do is enter in a fast cold turkey, unless you're a vet. I went into a 21-day water fast cold turkey, but at the beginning, I was hurt, okay? At the beginning, I was hurt, but I said, forget it. I'm not about to eat for 21. Actually, my initial goal was 30 days, so I'm not about to eat for 21, so I'm going to go out like I want to go out. So that, which might not have been too mature about it, but that's what I did. I ate a bunch of carbs. My insulin level was stacked. Ha! I still went in there, finished it out. But I'm me. I'm a vet. Like I said, I'm Tom Brady of fasting, man. But like I said, I don't suggest that unless you're either used to fasting or you're just the type of person that can just fight off cravings like that. So after that, it's easy. You start your fast, hold yourself accountable during the fast. While you're on the fast, you want to be thinking about your next fast. Okay? I know, you want to get that one over with and just concentrate on not eating on that one. But you want to actually be concentrating on what you're going to be doing long term. I would really make that a thought. Like I said, this is a lifestyle. This isn't just something on this page. We're making fasting a lifestyle, okay? You don't have to be fasting for days and days and days on end, nothing like that. But we're making going without food for periods. We're making it a lifestyle. This is not just something that we're doing just so you can get your boyfriend back, or so you can go on a cruise and fit in this two-piece, or you can look good for a couple of days on a vacation. This is not that. This is our lifestyle. So be thinking about the next fast. Also, I suggest you keep your eyes on the prize during the fast. What I like to do is watch fasting videos. Watch other videos of people fasting. Find fasting blogs. Maybe find the people that are doing the same thing you are, because there's always somebody that has did the fast that you're doing. So find somebody that is doing the fast you're doing, and look at their videos. See how they got through it. You might learn something. Okay? And finally, make sure you end the fast. Complete your goal. No matter what you do, only way you're going to end the fast, you want to listen to your body. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you just feel just crazy like you're going to pass out and it just won't go away, all right, first of all, I would suggest, maybe just drinking some water and sitting down, okay? But if you're one of them people where you just, if you're one of them, then go ahead, exit the fast, eat, little meal, and then start over. You can always start over. But if you think you can get through it, I suggest you just get through it, because you'll get stronger at that. It's like I said, fasting's a muscle, discipline's a muscle, and everything you do, you'll get better at it. You just got to kind of work your way through it. It's not going to be nice at first, but you'll get better. Another thing that you want to do is you want to reward yourself when you're done, okay? Maybe give yourself a nice cheat meal, all right? I wouldn't suggest a whole binge day, though, but maybe give yourself a nice cheat meal. Take yourself out to dinner. Go out to dinner with your friends. Do whatever. But definitely do not do anything that will just send you on a whole binge where, you dig a hole for yourself. You've lost anything you've gained. I wouldn't suggest that. But maybe a meal, maybe a treat, something like that. Fine with me. Last thing I would suggest, set your next fast immediately, okay? Know the day that you're going to start, what you're going to do. If you're going to be doing something different, research that. Hell, comment on my video. If you have any questions, I'll answer them. But that's the most important thing. Get right back on that road, okay? Get right back on that road, because once you start fasting, like I said, this is a lifestyle. So once you start fasting, you're probably going to have to keep on fasting, in some way. If you're doing big fasts at first, that's okay. If you lose all the weight you want to lose, you just maintain it with smaller fasts. But you keep fasting. Evaluate your progress. Did you lose any weight off your midsection? Did you lose any weight on the scale? Something like that. I wouldn't be too upset if you didn't lose any weight, because you can always just make adjustments. Maybe you need to fast longer. Maybe you need to cut the carbs a little bit. Maybe you need to add in a little exercise. I mean, there's always something you can do. You can evaluate and get right on at the next fast. Last thing, I believe it's the last thing, I just wanted to just tell you guys that fasting is very flexible. That's kind of the beauty of it as well, because you're putting off your meals to later in the day, or you're putting off your meals for another day or another day. When you eat, it makes up for a lot of damage that you can do. Say you want to, you're going out to eat later on that week, or maybe you like to go out to eat 2 times a week on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. Maybe you want to have a few drinks or something like that. Well, then you fast to make up for it. Fasting always makes up some of the flaws in your diet, because we're not perfect. That's one thing that kind of made me kind of fall in love with fasting, because we only have so much discipline, okay? When you do make mistakes, or when you do eat a little too much, you can always just make up for it with a good fast, and the weight will come right back off. That is how T-Downs would start a fast. I start them in different methods all the time, just depending on how long I'm gonna go or what I'm trying to do. I think I pretty much covered your basic fast and how to enter them and your mindset and all of that. Like I said, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later.